Every boy becomes a man, but not every man remember the boy he once was. Welcome back to Qwick Talks. I'm your host, Quinton, and this season we're discussing the journey of boy to man, what that looks like, what unique challenges we go through, the ups and downs, the positive and negative stereotypes and societal pressures that shape a young man into either a functioning adult male or a male that's angry at the world. I decided to make this season because I kept seeing a lot of negative stereotypes as it pertained to males. The term toxic masculinity spread through the lexicon like a wildfire, and very few people actually know what that means and what it's about. Not everything that a male does is actually toxic. And I think it's very important that we as a society explain to young boys what it means to be a positive male role model, what it means to be positive about their masculinity, and let them know that it's okay for them to be young men. It's okay for them to actually explore their emotions. Many of us have heard phrases like boys don't cry and be tough, dust yourself off, and all that good stuff. And those things have their place in society in some regard. But without context, they become very, very dangerous. Telling a young male that they can't cry is asking them to suppress their God given emotions. Telling a boy to brush it off and be tough and boys be tough and just get through it doesn't actually teach them how to get through it. Being a man is not forged through toughness, is actually forged through the journey, through the toughness, through the ups and downs, through the ins and outs of life. Just saying get over it isn't enough. Show them how to get over it. Teach them. Let's start with a personal journey, my own personal journey. It's okay, Pop. I was born in a small town called Camilla in the great state of Georgia. I was born to two young parents. My parents were 19 and 20, respectively, and we were not well to do at all. My parents were very young. They were inexperienced. They had no idea what it meant to raise a child. In fact, it was my mother's first time, doing anything, and she got me. Growing up, I had my father in my life. My parents are actually married. Technically, they still are married. And you would think that will be a great experience because I was part of a two-parent household. But a two-parent dysfunctional household does not a great child make. And so growing up, I saw my father. He did what he was supposed to do. He provided, but I got none of the love that I actually needed because he grew up in a time where a man had to provide and that's it. They never had to express or show love. And so I went the majority of my life thinking that as a man, I didn't have to show love to those I care about. I just simply had to provide and be there, be present. And that was it. And as many of you know, that is not it. But that what society puts on us. It puts us in little boxes. Men provide, female nurture. But in fact, both male and female can actually be nurturing parents. I have three sons. And though I am tough on them, because life will be tough on them, and they have to be able to weather the ups and downs of life, I still have tender moments with them. Many of you have seen my shorts where I sing with my son Josiah. If you on my TikTok, you'll see me go on beach trips with my son Jordan. And if you guys are subscribed to the channel and you actually go and watch our Generation Me podcast, you see me have sit down generational talks with my son Keanu. I had to learn that. That was a journey because I was stuck in my ways too. And in some ways I still am because of what society have said. And instead of changing it, we put more on it. We relegate men to simply what we can do, what we can provide, what we can build. But men are more than that. Our children are more than that. When we have our children and when they're first born, they're born with infinite possibilities. They have the ability to do anything we support them to do. We allow them to do. We provide a space for them to do. But when we start putting chains on them, saying boys can't do this, girls must do this, we in effect we limit them. We limit our children. And it's devastating when it comes to male children. Not that females are not important. I'm not a female. I cannot, and I probably will not speak to that. I will have guests on the show to speak towards that. But with male children, it's devastating because not only are you relegated to what you can provide, what you can obtain, and that's your value. What does that do to a person who can't obtain those things? What if all I can be is a person who rents and have a $40,000 a year job? Am I less of a man than a man who makes $100K and has his own house? These are the things we do to our children under the guise of love, under the guise of we're just trying to make them tough. It's more than that. We have to start loving these boys. Yeah, there's a balance. Yes, you want them to be strong, but you must have a balance with these young boys. My Josiah is 1 year old. I allow him to be 1 year old. I allow him to cry. I allow him to go through things. He's a baby. He's supposed to go through this stuff. As he ages, I will adjust my parental guidance accordingly. How I nurture him and how I nurture Jordan and how I nurture Keanu are all different. As they go through parts of life, I give them little nuggets that I went through that I wish that my father would have given me, but he didn't give it to me, and it's not his fault because his father didn't teach him. Because again, this is generational. Trauma is generational. Dysfunction is generational. If we continue to tell boys that it's not okay to be a boy, we will continue to get half-baked men, unable to be emotionally intelligent, unable to actually provide to women what you guys want us to provide for you. We need the space as well. We need to stop relegating young boys or young men to only what they can provide or even their sexual prowess. It's more to life than just that. Every man is capable of being a great husband. Every man is capable of being a great father. But it first starts early. It starts at this stage. Men, you have to stick around for your children. I don't care if you and the mother, you and the wife, or you and whomever don't get along. That does not extend to the child. Women, your anger, you being upset does not justify you keeping the father of your child away from them and thinking that you can magically be two parents. You cannot. When my father and my mother split, not divorced, split in around 1999, 2000, my mother did all she could to be both parents. And let me tell you, and she watches my podcast, she did the best she could, but it was not enough for a young man. She had 4 sons. And we all had deficits that we had to overcome because she was not designed to play two parents. If women or men were designed to be a single parent, then we can just create children without another person intervening. Two incomes, helpful. Two nerves to expire and get tired is helpful. When women, you know this, raising that child alone, it frustrates you, it angers you, you're tired, but you keep going because there's no other way to do it. If you had that man beside you to help carry that burden, would your life be easier? The answer is simply yes. So as we grow with our young children, as we grow, especially with our male children, we got to start seeing them as children first and male second. There'll be a time and place to talk about the gender specific struggles. And trust me, as we go on to episode 2, 3, and 4, we will definitely cover the specific male journey, the specific male struggles. But I wanted to come in and just have you guys prompt and primed for what I'm talking about this season. It is extremely important for us to stop demonizing what manhood is. Whoever hurt you, that is indicative of that man. And I guarantee if you peel back the layers, that man was taught that by his father, or he simply learned it from what he was around. Because we do not plant our children in nutritious soil. We put our children in bad neighborhoods, and some of us can't help it because it's all about an income thing. We put them in bad neighborhoods, or they're around bad influences. Certain songs should not be played in front of children. If your child if you like certain music, that's fine with you. We got to think about that child as a sponge. If you let a little boy watch women twerk around and shake their behinds and all that good stuff, what do you think you're telling that child? You're telling that child all a woman is simply a sexual gratification tool. A sexual gratification tool. And women are way more than that, way more valuable than that. If you let a man beat you up, or you keep a man around you that mistreats you, your daughter and your son, but we talking about boys, your son is watching it happen. And in his mind, he's saying, oh, well, that's how men are supposed to treat women. We got to be very careful how we treat these boys. We got to let them cry. We got to let them go through their emotions. We got to let them go through the ups and downs and be there for them. Hey, son, it's okay, baby. Go ahead and cry. It's okay. It's a cry. But don't keep crying. That's why I tell my sons, it's okay to cry. Don't continue to cry. Find ways to actually work through wherever's ailing you. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to fall in love. It's okay to be frustrated. We have an emotional range. And how do you learn how to actually navigate your emotions if you don't allow them to explore them? It doesn't make any sense. We got to start using common sense. Mothers, love your son. Fathers, love your son. Society, stop demonizing what it is to be a man. Okay? We'll talk about those traits. Trust me, we'll talk about those traits. But tell your sons you love them. Tell them that it is okay for them to go through the things they go through. It's okay to kiss your child, fathers. It's okay to kiss your sons, even the older ones. If you have grown sons, give them a hug. It's okay, Papa. Comfort them. Read them stories. It's okay. No one's gonna think you soft. To me, what a weak man is a man who doesn't love his child, doesn't show that love. Just buying them stuff or getting them a place to live ain't enough. Tell that child you love them. Let's do this together. Let's start to rebuild what it means to be a man. It is important. for our future, for our country to go on, we need to start building men and stop producing broken boys. Thank you guys for joining me. I love you all and I wish you all the best. Stay tuned for season 2. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This was Qwick Talks. Good night. To all the men, young men, and boys out there, you are more than what you provide. Your value is greater than that. Take care of yourself. Be honest and open with your emotions. That's where your true strength lies. Thank you for joining us.